Pandas, 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 pandas. I got broads in Atlanta, twisting dope, lead, and a phantom. Pandas. So welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody. I'm glad that you guys are here. You may be wondering why does Panda always start the stream late? Well, it's because we have a pre-market show and sometimes it goes over. But welcome guys. Glad that you guys are here. Thanks for joining. Good morning, Kevin Mack. The Northern Turtle. Good morning. TGIF, yeah. JLV. Good morning. Donald Smith. Good morning. Elson. Good morning. Tanner. FSN. Latrell. Good morning. Speedy Boy. B. Charles. Speedy Boy. Welcome guys. Market is actually, I think, half day on President's Day. I think it closes at 12, but typically those days are just terrible to trade, but it's not always true. But maybe like 90% of the time, those half days are very terrible. I believe it closes at 12. So it will open on Sunday night at 6 p.m. and then I believe it'll halt at 12. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what at least this is a notification I got actually from NinjaTrader updating us on the hours here. Peter Cho, good morning. GC Burke, good morning. So with that being said, I'm not going to be streaming on Monday. Those half days are pretty terrible. There was one half day when I remember it was a Black Friday 2 years ago, and it was insane. It was like one day. It was like a 3% move or something. It was insane. I think it was like an email or something. Yeah, I can pull it up here. Maybe you turned off your emails for NinjaTrader. So the holiday trading hours. Equity. Monday, 12 p.m. halt. Holiday reminder. So it opens. Oh, sorry. So 12 p.m. equals 1 p.m. Eastern time. So actually it'd be a 1 p.m. halt, I believe. So open on Sunday and at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and then close on Monday 1 p.m. But because it's a holiday, usually the volume is just atrocious. Bernadette, always coming with energy. Good morning. Good Friday. TGIF. Hey guys, honestly, this week I'm kind of glad the trading week is over. The price action has been so terrible. This entire week, I felt like this entire week. Maybe one day of this week was okay for a couple hours. I feel like for this account here, I gotta trade a little bigger. Maybe trade a little larger here. We'll keep it 1-to-1. Price action was good in London session. Yes, I mean, the moment it opened, it's just boom, 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 boom. And the problem is that even with this move down, you're not getting any setups. No two leggies. I mean, if you're trading a different type of strategy, then sure, there is a strategy out there where obviously you are making money here, but not for two leggies at least. Daily chart trap does trigger, and it was interesting because it was bouncing off the 20 MA, and also if our trend line came like all the way back up, almost came back to the close, filling the gap on the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute chart is a huge gap here now, and now there's gonna be a huge gap below. That might fill, I don't know, but this try to fill the gap couldn't quite get there on the 5-minute. The daily chart shows that we come back down, and we actually have follow through now on this trap trade going beneath the 20 MA, and kind of like I mentioned, the 20 EMA and the 240 SMA, as these two MAs converge, typically we get choppiness for a while, maybe another 10 bars, which is unfortunate because that means the next 2 weeks or pretty much the end of the month, we may just be choppy here. I could be wrong, but from what the price action looks like, it could be a huge possibility. I don't know. Also, you had the overshoot leading to the undershoot, which is kind of playing out now on this channel upwards. So, I'm not surprised this happened, but I'm curious to see if we start to push down very hard. If we push down very hard here, then I look for two leggy for a short trade. But if we just kind of hang out here for a little bit and we stick around the 20 EMA going in and out of it, then it's just a, you know, this most likely trading range then. So the daily chart is a little tricky. So we did have a huge push down in the overnight session, but now we are about to start the regular trading hours. Would you call it the New York session or the Chicago session? Whichever. We're about to get some more volume here in about 3.5 minutes. Trading traps. I mean, this trap here, that'd be the only setup really if you're staring at the charts at 4 a.m. I have a 2-tier channel marked out here. You can see with the midline here on this channel that we kind of have a couple of reactions here. 1, 2, 3. And not only is it hitting here, but it's coming back down to the bottom. So a couple hits here. Overall, very choppy and poor looking price action. Hard for me to trade this. Hard for me to know if this is gonna, you know, if it's really an uptrend or not. Technically, it is an uptrend with higher lows and higher highs, but it looks so choppy, a reversal could be imminent. Trading range indicator on the 2000 tick chart showing that we're maybe at the top of a trading range. 10,000 tick chart as well. Potential top of trading. We do hit the top of the trading range with this wick here. and creating a setup here, sort of. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go short, though. That's a question. Unless we get a nice push down. And if this trend line is not blocking us. With this many hits on this trend line, I'm paying attention to it. Good morning, guys. Hey, let's get that bamboo today. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're gonna get your bamboo today. Give me a 1 in the chat. Let's get that bamboo. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Oh, someone wrote a 2. Does that mean you get 2 bamboos or you're not gonna get your bamboo? I don't know. All right, market just opened and we are pushing. We are on this trend line now. Peter Cho says, to be honest, he already got his bamboo. Let's go, baby. Goodness gracious. What's going on here? Just a wild day yesterday, to be honest. I mean, look at the 5-minute chart. It's literally, we grind all day just to get up here, double top, and then with one leg down, legitimately, almost one leg down, we just cover all of those gains, reverse all of it, and one leg down the 5-minute chart. Spend all day grinding up slowly, and then boom, one leg down.
10,000 tick trap.
It's terrible. I hate it. Because you're just staring at the charts all day, and then finally at the end of the day, it just like crashes, and you're just kind of not ready for it. Big Mama, if we break Friday's low, like last Friday's low, huh? Kind of makes sense though. Daily chart, Friday's low here. Is it a Big Mama? We're very close to it actually. About 10 points away. I would say though, with a break of trend, looking for a new low, very high chance we make a new low here. We got trap trade. The only problem is right now, this could be first break of this downtrend. So that being said, I'm not necessarily looking for a short trade here. Are you? Pandas, are you guys looking for a short trade? Are you guys take this trap trade? Would you take this trap? What to do? Should I take this trap? I mean, we got first break of trend. We're trying to make a new high. But also beneath this trend line now. I don't know. Okay, good thing I didn't take the trap. Because you just got trapped. Double trap. Goodness gracious. The risk was so teeny on that though. You know, I mean, you do mind getting hit there, of course, but some of you guys might think it's worth it. The risk was like not even 2 points. The only problem is for me is, yeah, I'm looking for a retest of this before making a move. Are we going to get there? I don't know. Higher low, second entry short. This might be a 2-leggy to the downside. Okay, pushing up. We're beneath the 20 MA. Oh, sorry. Not now, but we were beneath the 20 MA. We actually made these gaps here. 2 moving average gaps. Showing us maybe the next time we do that, we may push hard. second entry short, but terrible signal bar, and they're above the 20 MA. You can see a second entry short by the super signal, right? It's a dark red number showing us, right? It doesn't matter what the number is, it's just a dark red number. Dark red number means second entry short. About to approach. If we do, and then you see the super signal, it's always placed one tick beneath the signal bar, or not beneath it, but one tick beyond the signal bar. You know, if it's going to be a long trade, then it's going to be above it. But right now, since we're in an up leg, the super signal is at the, you know, one tick beneath the previous bar's low, which is the signal bar. Okay, we're attempting to make a double top here. Curious to see what happens. Lee says, yeah. So right here you see you have moving average gaps. So next time we go beneath the moving average, we may actually reverse, because this was an attempt from the bears to start a downtrend. But you see that, you know, you can see the presence of bears here, and the strong bears are still in this, and then next time it does break beneath the 20 MA, the strong bears may come stronger and push it down. I'll see the bottom here. So it's an idea of kind of like a break of trend, where you have a hard time making these moving average gaps. You see there's a gap here between the high of the candle and the moving average. That's a gap here, right? There's gaps above here. But you see as this goes up, there's no gaps. There's one tick gap here. But really, we have a hard time really making these gaps. Now we make gaps here, which is different than the price action we've seen here. So now if we make another gap, we actually may start a downtrend. And we see we have a double top. I actually made a new high by 3 ticks, and now we are pushing beneath the 20 MA once again. And for me, I'm looking for a short. I'm looking for a short trade now, pandas. I'm trying to go short now. Maybe even a lower high setup, I may be eager to go short here, because I feel like we have enough for a double top. We have this strong bull bar followed by a strong bear bar, showing us a little bit of supply here. A little supply, and we bounced off of it, and now we're pushing down. If I'm eager, I'll take the lower high here. Am I that eager though? Am I that eager to take the lower high? I think I am. I'm pretty eager here. If we get, especially if we get a good signal bar, as good as you can get, really. It's a lower high setup, and it's not the typical trade I take. I mean, it is a second entry short as well, don't get me wrong, but it's not a second entry short I usually take. I typically would wait for a failed second entry long here to try to enter short on this trade, but I'm very eager now because I feel like we have enough here to show us that we may be moving down to the bottom of this trading range with a lower high. Let's start off with a nice bamboo. Let's go, baby. Unfortunately, our runner gets stopped out immediately and then reverses all on the dime. The reason why I was okay with getting that runner knocked out, because I'm looking for a trap now. I'll have another entry with a trap trade here. So if we create the second entry long, which we just did, we may get a trap trade here. And it's looking beautiful. It's one of those I actually want to take a double position on because I like it so much, to be honest. Right, it's at a perfect position right beneath the 20 MA. Making the double top. We have a clear target here beneath, and it just looks nice. So with this confidence, I may take it with a double position here. Signal bar is not looking as good as I like, but signal bar doesn't matter as much on a trap trade. Risk is not that large either. I'm gonna take a trap trade here because I like the setup, like the double top here, and I like the fact that we can come back to the bottom trading range. Now I'm making a micro double top here. And I like this. I like the positioning of it. It's beneath the 20 MA, and it's happening at a spot where I like. So this could be a good setup. Taking a double position here, might get hit. But for me, it's worth it because I like the setup so much. Trap does trigger. It looks decent. Looks decent. Let's go, baby.
5-minute trap.
Let's go, baby. Oh, this is just too beautiful right now. I mean, that is like textbook trap trade right here. Not only that we got the trap trade, we got the second entry short as well. Hopefully we can get a runner. Hopefully we can get a runner here. That was a double position just because I like the setup so much. I just hope we can get this runner to stay alive. It's looking decent. I could either take the runner out here, or I can do price action stop loss, which we'll use pivot, which now we actually have a pivot here. Let's go, baby. Hey, Super Saiyan mode. Already in this morning, we got a nice little runner here. Let's see how long it can last for. Hopefully it can last forever. To the end of the day. End of the streaming day. I will not take this runner out with a limit order. I will only take it out with a stop order. I'll continue to chase this. And if we have enough space from the 20 EMA, I'll probably start using the 20 EMA as my as what I'll use. So right now we are in a runner. We got a pivot, which makes me turn on some Super Saiyan mode. Hopefully we don't get stopped out here. Yeah. Hopefully we don't get stopped out here. I think we have more room to go down, to be honest. In fact, we get another pivot low, but I'm going to keep it at this pivot just because I want to. I'm going to keep at this pivot here. Technically, we haven't made a pivot yet. We have to break the previous candle's low to make a pivot here. You might be confused on what are pivots. If you are confused when I say the word pivot, please watch the videos in the playlist going over what pivots are, going over what up legs, down legs are, how to count legs. Ooh, okay, that's not good. I thought we were safe. I thought we were in safe territory, but push down. Come on. It's too early to push, isn't it? Isn't it too early to push? But push! Come on! I don't like the strong bull bar. You know, that's the last thing you want to see. We are in a runner right now. I almost just want to keep this at break even because it's not much difference from here to here. And I'm doing like a true break even here because potentially the 20 EMA can give us a nice resistance and we can push off of it. And we have like one tick buffer. One tick. All right, it's complete break even. So I lost a little bit on commissions. In fact, I lost a little on slippage there, which is unfortunate. But all good. You know, it is what it is. And yeah, unfortunately, I should lose 2 ticks. No, 1 tick on slippage, which is unfortunate. It does take me out, and the 20 EMA is acting as resistance here and pushing down with the first entry now. Whew, pandas. Hey, we got our bamboo. We're up 400 today. Just sticking to the plan. Man, just a beautiful setup. That's like, it's been so long since I've seen a setup like this where you just call it out and it works out as you want it, right? The trap happens where you want it to happen. You even got a little piece on the lower high. And then I felt okay losing that runner because I felt like a trap could set up still. And the trap triggers. And it's almost, you know, textbook and choreographed at the same time. You know, it's just, I was calling all this out before it happened because I was anticipating it. Not necessarily saying it's going to happen, but I'm anticipating it. If it does happen, this is my plan. And when it works out as you anticipate it, then that's the whole point of, you know, preparing for it. So and you take it. Let's go, baby. Hey, Panis. Hey, we gotta we gotta celebrate. We gotta celebrate when the good things happen, because honestly, the trading has been so bad. The price action has been so bad the last couple of days. Finally, we get some good setups just right at the open. It's beautiful. But we already got our bamboo today. We already got our bamboo. It's looking nice. Looking really nice. All right, no more Super Saiyan. We got a lower high second entry short. Do I want to keep scalping this downtrend here is a question. I'm a 400, Pandas. Like, I feel okay here. I don't know. It's a lower high. You'd like a better test off the 20 MA. You're really looking at this right now, right? First break of trend. Looking for a new low now. There's new low is created. Is it enough to scalp? Ooh, it looks like enough. Looks like it's gonna make enough, and it does make a scalp the new low of the lower high second entry short. So if you wanted to be more aggressive, you could have taken the second entry short, and you had reason to. And it just, I don't know. I don't like when the candle looks like this. I don't like when it triggers near the pivot low, or the previous pivot low. I don't like that because it can act as a natural support. But we are pushing down now. Unfortunately, it just stopped me up by like 2 ticks. It didn't want me to have a runner. The market said no runner for you. You know, we are going to take that out. Thank you very much. And now we're going to go the way we want to go. So unfortunately, it just no joy on the runner. No joy on runners. Seems like we're going to make a new low of day from the overnight session here. Pushing pretty strongly down now. But notice the trading range indicator giving us a trading range perfectly here. Double top at the top of that trading range, pushes down. It's a beautiful setup. 10,000 tick chart as well. It's a very similar trading range on 10,000 tick. Hits the top, now we're at the bottom. I mean, this is a dream just opening, and now you can just chill out the rest of the day, hang out with your friends, you know, and know that, you know, if you made $400 on this one account, that with, you know, if you have, you know, 4 other accounts, that means you made $1,600 today. And that's enough bamboo. Honestly, I don't know who's making $1,600 a day, but to me, that's some pretty good bamboo. Really good bamboo there. Jason says, just passed a 250K eval with that one move. Let's go, baby. Hey, congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. People passing evals, getting PAs, people getting withdrawals on their PA accounts. This brings tears of joy to my eyes. Like, where have we, you know, how far have we gotten, Pandas? How far have we truly gotten? Think about where we started, where we didn't even know how to count legs, to a point where we are withdrawing money from our own prop firm accounts. It's incredible. It's incredible. Some of you guys who are here already, and it just gets better. Think about it. If you're having progress, it just gets better. Gets better and better. Question is this trading range going to be respected? And I'm going to come back up to the top of the trading range. Tough to say. Tough to say. Wow. Pretty strong push down here. Right, new low already created. I'm not looking for a low. New low. 10,000 tick chart. How do we look like here? It's just 2 legs down. Trying to look for 2 legs down on 10,000 tick here. Notice on 10,000 tick, there's 20 EMA. It's just pointing downwards and having a hard time breaking above it. Right? There's no moving average gap on the 10,000 tick chart. Hasn't had one in a long time. And this is kind of the first attempt. It actually touches the 20 EMA, basically from, you know, the last part of yesterday into today. Really having a tough time. Man, this does push down further. I mean, that's a tough trade for me to take because I do recognize this trading range. With a trading range like that, it's just you know, it could have bounced. It could have bounced, but man, we are pushing down further, especially with the breaker trend to new low here. But this is starting to look like a downtrend now, and it's starting to look stronger. Lower high second entry short. Again, tough to take, but if we're in a strong downtrend day today, any of these will work pretty much. Double bottom, you can see the trading range indicator adjusts itself to match this new multi-hit low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits right there, all in one spot. Do I like the second entry short? I'm not going to take it. I can't take it. I cannot. Too far away from 20 MA. But we are in a downtrend, and it could be seriously one of those days where you just take any second entry short and it works out for you. It can be one of those days, but I have bamboo already, so I want to protect my bamboo as well. There's a sense of that here. I have to have a setup that I'm just like in love with. But now these look a little shady. It does feel like we may be at a bottom of trading range, and we could bounce back up to the top of the trading range. It could still happen, but also this looks very bearish. So the tough part is about this is that it's gonna look very bearish, right? When you're in a trading range, those bear legs look very bearish. But look to the left of the chart. We have price action here, right? We have a bounce here. And so there might be bulls waiting here, looking for a long trade. Or maybe bulls looking for a long trade after we make a new low and look for a new high. Or start to look for a reversal. That could also be true as well. So, I'm just sitting on my pause here. I'm just going to wait for this to play out. I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna let this play out. I'm good. Let's let this play out. Let's push down strongly. It just doesn't even come to the 20 MA, but man, this is I mean, this is pretty strong push down here. Like we it seems like we don't even care about this low here. Hard to trade in my opinion right here. Like hard to go short. Could be decent. Could be a decent short. Like a pure price action trade here to go short here. What I mean by price action is like purely just like there's no setup, there's nothing technical about it. Even it looks like it's going short, so just go short here. And one reason being is because maybe you guys can notice this subconsciously, but you see how we have a pivot here. We break beneath it and then we retest that pivot. We retest that pivot, as you can see here. And then also we can see the same thing here. We break beneath it, we retest that pivot. So you're thinking going lower, and then you're thinking if we make another pivot low, You know, if we make another pivot, if we break beneath it, we're going to test it again like this. It's kind of making a staircase pattern. And you might have noticed that subconsciously, you might be wondering, man, this looks very bearish, and you wonder why, because your mind probably already saw this happening, and but you couldn't put it to words. Well, Al Brooks puts that out there clearly, and so that's kind of why it's nice to read Al Brooks, because it kind of puts those concepts that you might know intuitively, but puts it into words here. So it's a staircase pattern happening here. That's why I felt like, you know, this would be a short trade, not a setup. I would, you know, not really a setup, but pure price action wise, I mean, it just looks very bearish. That's why I was thinking maybe just go short here, but it's not what we do here. We're trading two leggies here, it's pretty exclusively. So, yeah, that's why I didn't take it. The reason why I didn't take this short is because notice how this pivot low can act as a support. And so I didn't want to take that short, and it actually did kind of act as a support. We did kind of have another pullback. But now that we're beneath that pivot low and we retested it perfectly, now I'm thinking if we made this short here, that could be a nice push. That'd be a pure price action trade. Pure price action right there. But, you know, we don't do that here. Not on this channel at least, but that is something to take note of. Was it last Friday's Big Mama as well? Do I have less? Do we go back that far? We should be able to find it here. Big Mama last Friday, or the low of last Friday, right here. Taking Big Mamas on the weekly chart, huh? I didn't even think about that, but that does give you your Big Mama trade right there, which is exact same point where I said maybe we should go short. So, what are we talking about? The daily chart. This pivot low was just broken, making a break of trend to new low here. Right, overshoot leading to an undershoot, and now we're about to approach the 240 SMA. And typically when these two converge and you have space between the two MAs like this, it starts to get choppy, right? You know, this acts as support, this starts to act as resistance, and vice versa, until it breaks out of it. Just on a tear down, too much drip, too much drip. I have to find that commercial. I'm gonna get demonetized if I show it, but I think it's so funny. We have to. It might be worth it. Falcon One says, I think this is going up today. I just would be very careful. I mean, I would just be very careful, because sometimes when you think it's going long, you're going to keep taking reversal setups. Those can burn you. When you have such a strong downtrend, you want very good evidence uptrend has started. I just like the setups we had in the morning. I mean, those were so just chef's kiss, you know? It's kind of like setups that you wish you'll see every day. I wish I could trade like that every single day. I wish we got setups like this every single day, where I'm just saying, all right, double top, right? You got a nice little supply zone here, and top of the trading range, and 2 pushes down. And the second push down is a second entry short with a nice signal bar, and now we got a trap trade going the same direction with enough room to the bottom of the trading range. It's just like I wish days like this happen more often, but when days like this actually happen, you know, we can capitalize and make, you know, $400. We do have a second entry short forming here. Second entry short. We need a good signal bar. I have to be really enticed here. I kind of want to break a trend to new high if I can get it. Okay, new high created. Okay, it's clearly trading above the 20 MA. No moving average gap yet, but strong close above it. Let's see if we get some follow through here. No, also no pandas. There's a 99.9999% chance sooner or later we will touch the 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart. So the 5-minute chart, sooner or later we'll touch it. Doesn't mean we'll go straight up to it, but just sooner or later, either we might pause here and the 20 EMA may come down to us. We may go up to it. Don't know, but there's a 99.999% chance we will touch it sooner or later today. On the 5-minute chart, that is. So if you're very far away from it, don't be surprised if there's like a strong pullback back up to it. Very strong push up now. 10,000 tick chart. Trading range indicator still saying we're in trading range. We're going to retest this 20 EMA here. I want to see how it reacts to it, but it's going up to it in such a strong fashion that it could reverse here. I don't know, though. I mean, regardless, even if it does break through it, you need a higher low setup to even consider going long here on the 10,000 tick. Casey says, Panda, I blew up from that second entry short. You took a hidden second entry short, yeah. I don't like hidden second entry shorts. A, B, C. As a hidden second entry short, I usually like to wait for the actual second entry short, which is you gotta wait for the previous candle's low or high to break, and so you are still waiting actually to create this new leg up. And also, you know, on this short term, super short term, looking for that new high. I kind of explained it while it's happening why I didn't take that hidden second entry. In fact, I was waiting for the second entry here to be more likely, but yeah, it's hard to hear that, Casey. But I didn't take that short because of those reasons. I usually don't take hidden second entry shorts. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's some times when there's hidden second entries where he doesn't even mention. Because it's kind of hard to know when there's a hidden second entry, especially when you have a chart that is finished. It's easier to detect when you're trading them, but because when the candles are done, it's kind of hard to know which direction the candle went first. And so, we're getting a strong push. We got a reversal trade straight up, right? Trap trade, fails like entry short, push up, nice scalp there if you're able to get a scalp. 10,000 tick chart. 20 EMA. Let's see how it reacts to it, but with several bull bars like this. 5-minute chart as well. Maybe trying to get up back to the 20 EMA. Maybe 2 legs up here. Something like this, which will create the second entry short. That's what I'm thinking on the 5-minute. But right now, we are in an uptrend, and we'll treat it that way. Pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. Finally, 2 green days in a row. As long as I don't mess up. Which could be a high chance of happening still. What is happening now? Am I looking for a second entry long, pandas? Are you guys looking for a second entry long is the question. I'm not saying this is a second entry long, but I'm saying if we do get one here, would you take it in this context? A, B, C. If we get a second entry long here coming off the 20 MA, would you take this long trade? Dylan, he tried to fade Panda. You can fade Panda 90% of the time and make money. But it's at 10% that if you try to fade me, you will blow up. Oof, alright. We never got the second entry long here. But it's still possible. Nope, no longer possible. Oh, it's gone. Bye-bye. This could be a what you call an optical, right? It could be a hidden second entry short as considered hidden second entry short as well, where you have the movement of a second entry long within the candles themselves, and breaking above here, some people will take that long trade. And you have a clear target at the 240 SMA that it may draw up to it, may be drawn up to it. Getting a little choppy here. Hmm. Okay. Cool. Honestly, thought the best Super Bowl commercial was the popcorners commercial. I personally, I'm a big fan of Breaking Bad. I think it's the number one TV series of all time. Game of Thrones was would have overtaken it if it wasn't for the last half of the series. But Breaking Bad, I mean, they ended it when it had to end. They ended it in 5 seasons. They didn't drag it out. They had a story to tell and they told it as best they could. And now it's like immortalized for me as like the best TV series ever made. It's just every element is just amazing. Just wow. I mean, and then they made the popcorners commercial. I thought it was genius. It was awesome, like parody. I thought it was really funny. And then they got Tuco, and then when he eats it, he does his notorious tight 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 tight. I thought that was so funny. I thought that was hilarious. Panda, did Tubi get me good? Yeah. What was it? There was like one commercial where like they started going to an app and opening up Tubi. Mrs. Panda was like, "What are you doing? Why are you changing channel?" I'm like, I'm not. Do you see the controller in my hand? Like, am I doing this with my mind? And yeah, I mean, what can you do? Oh man, that scene when he goes to the crawl space and he's just like laying there like and he just you just know that he lost it. He just starts like cry laughing because he had no idea what to do. I mean, that acting was just supreme. It was just you can't beat that acting. It was amazing. Better Call Saul was also good. It was really good in its own way, but it does not top. It does not top um, Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad had like the elements of like like action, and things like that, where I feel like Better Call Saul was missing those elements. It had a lot of the drama, a lot of the character development, and it was honestly a lot of dialogue, with Jimmy and his brother. But honestly, it's like I think you have a lot of those elements also in Breaking Bad, but you also have like the action elements where I feel like a lot of that was missing. Apex should have done a Super Bowl commercial. That'd be insane. I should have done a Super Bowl commercial. It just goes panda, 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 panda. That's all it does. Tough. I wasn't gonna take this second too long. No way, Jose. Right at these tops here. But like I mentioned, the 240 SMA is a gravity area where I can see it going up to, which is what's happening right now. We do have a higher low on the 10,000 tick chart, which would be the only reason why, the only time you would maybe go long here or fail second entry short, potentially as well. 5 minute outside bar reversal. Interesting. It might get up to the 20 MA here. Skylar was a pain, but to be honest, like I sympathize with Skylar just because what would you do? What would you do? If you were Skylar, what would you do? What can you do? I think the most annoying character was Skylar's sister. Skylar's sister, I think, was the most annoying character. But Skylar, don't hate on Walt Jr. There's no way. There's no reason to hate it. Oh, The Sopranos. You know what? I never watched Sopranos, so I maybe I spoke too soon. I should watch Sopranos, huh? I think I would like it, like kind of like a mafia. I watched Godfather the other day, and it's just also kind of like a masterpiece. I just read BPCF's comment with like I don't know if you guys seen those YouTube videos, but I forget his name, but basically he just goes, "Did you know?" So did you know? I just read it in that voice. Turtle toes. You know what? That's actually surprising because Jesse Pinkman was like Walt's like good conscience, like a symbolism of his like you know the only good left in him. And when he abandons Jesse, is kind of like, and then that other like Fat Damon. I don't know his real name, but I always call him Fat Damon because he kind of looks like Matt Damon, but like a bigger version of him. So when that Fat Damon guy took over, it was supposed to be like that kind of that time when he fully breaks bad and he just has no conscience, like the evil just takes over. What's wrong with being fat? I didn't say it was a bad thing. You're the one assuming that was bad. You assumed it, not me. I just called him fat. I just called it as it is. I didn't say, ooh, he was fat. I just said, yeah, he's just bigger. He's Fat Damon. It's just facts. Didn't say it was a bad thing. All right, what do we got here? Potential trap trade. Second entry long forming here, but already break a trend to new high created. Are we just in an uptrend now? And should I just ignore the fact that we had to break a trend new high? Also bounce off the 240 SMA. Trap trade here, but the trap is happening at a spot where it's not the best. Above the 20 MA, with the 20 MA starting to curl upwards. So, hard to take this trap trade, but this is kind of a place where you would take it again. It may trigger also the second entry short on the 10,000 tick chart. I just don't like where it is. I don't like the fact that the 20 MA was actually rising at that point. Kind of happening like right above the 20 MA. You want it to be like pushed beneath the 20 MA. Like this setup here is pushed beneath the 20 MA, strong push down beneath it. Here, you're kind of like trickling to the 20 MA, and so it can act as support still. So, but it is coming off a resistance with 3 attempts up here. So I understand if you want to go short here. I'm just trying to protect some bamboo. I want to end green today, so I'm a little more hesitant to take those trades. The trap fails, increasing the chances of this going higher. So this is why I skipped that trade. Right, you want the trap to be a nice push down, like a strong, decisive push down beneath the 20 MA. Like this, strong push down. Here, it trickles down to it. I understand why you would want to take that trade, but, especially if you see a trap approaching after a break of trend new high, it makes sense, but for the reasons why I mentioned, I skipped it. Decent push up, 10,000 tick chart showing us a trading range indicator doing its thing, telling us we're at the bottom of the trading range, fail breakdown, coming back to the top of the trading range here. And this is a mighty strong push up. So this could be a nice reversal, but also the 5-minute chart, we may just be trying to get back to the 20 EMA and giving us a nice two-leggy, right? We have a two-legged pullback forming right now at the 5-minute chart. So the higher low setup might have been better trade here. Skip it. Skip it. Fatness. Hugh says, I went to Disney World the other day, saw a lot of people in motorized cars due to excessive weight. Interesting. It's a nice way to put it, huh? Should I call fat people excessive weight people? Is that so much better? Hey, you excessive weight guy. Hitting the top of the training range on 10,000 tick. You are more of a person than I will ever be. Should I just compliment people like that? Literally, you're more of a person than me. Because I'm a panda. You're a human. Alright. Enough of that. Oh, come on, children. Relax. Relax. The question is, can a fat person identify as a skinny person? Like, let's say there's like a weight limit on a roller coaster. And someone says, I identify as a skinny person. How dare you? How dare you not allow me on this ride? What would happen? What would seriously happen? I'm curious. What would happen? As a person, are you thinking, I kind of want to protect the lives of all the people on this ride, but I also don't want to offend this person, so what do I do? I know a lot of people, Ravi Zacharias has a bad rap because some of the, allegations that were put out against him after he passed away. But it doesn't mean that, all his work was just, pointless. I mean, I think he put some good stuff out there. I realize now this was like right off this trend line. Goodness. If I had seen that, maybe. I was being a little lazy with my trend lines here. With that failed trap right off that trend line, maybe I considered it. Also, I didn't want to consider because of the 240 SMA, potentially blocking it. We were very close to the 5-minute 20 EMA. But he told a story where basically there was like this kind of this postmodern artist. If you guys don't know what postmodernism basically is, just like the only truth there is that everything's relative. And I guess you gotta ask yourself the question, is that true? But anyways, this postmodern artist, basically made this house and said, I want to make a house to show that postmodernism, is a legitimate worldview to have. And he makes a house where it made no sense, where there'd be doors that led to nowhere, staircases that led to nowhere, and the house didn't really make any sense. And he said, this is a postmodern house. You can see that with art, this house can exist, and but then Ravi Zacharias asks a simple question: is though the house is like this, though the house is postmodern, is the foundation postmodern? He asked that question, and it kind of is like, well, no, the foundation is built correctly. Was built in a way where you have to stick to the rules of physics. I mean, I just thought it was like a really good response. I mean, say what you want about Ravi, like the way he did apologetics was was very special, in my opinion. Second inch is short. forming here on the 5-minute chart. Doesn't quite get to the 20 EMA. Almost. It's about 2 points away. Top of the trading range being hit by 2 legs on the 10,000 tick chart. Could reverse. I still think we're within this channel here. We have an overshoot. What am I looking for here, pandas? Am I looking for a long trade? Or am I looking for a reversal, short trade here? Am I looking for a break of trend, looking for a new high? Like, has it not completed its cycle yet? Trap trade here. It's hard for me to take up their first break of trend, in my opinion. You can maybe consider this a break of trend to new high. That's a tough one. I may take it though, because it basically coincides with the 5-minute second entry short. Very nice looking signal bar. This could make my green day go away, but oh well. It is what it is. It's just not looking good. Like, I already want to skunk it. Like, I wanted to zoom down to my price target. I already want to skunk this. I'm just too scared. I'm too scared to lose money on this. Like, I like my... Ooh. What I tricked you. You thought I was scared. You guys are so dumb. Can't believe you guys fell for that. You thought I was scared. I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. I'm not taking my risk off. I'm not scared. You're scared. You guys fell for it. Yeah, I'm getting out of that trade. Something about it. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I don't like the fact that we're already reversing. I'm just getting out. I'm getting out. I'm skunking it. Small skunk trade. Small profit there. Just didn't like it. Didn't like it. After it started like stalling out a little bit, no, it's not for me. Get out. Just get out. You're still technically safe in this trade because your stop loss is up here, so it can still work out. But when you see this, it's not what you want to see. That's the last thing you do. Never want to see your trade reverse, ever. That's like the last thing you want to see, especially when you're scalping. You never want to see your trade reverse. All right, you just got stopped out if you're in that trade. So good skunk. I mean, something was sketchy about that. The only reason why I really like this because on the 5-minute chart, we had a nice signal bar coming off, making it too leggy. But if you're going to take the trade on the 5-minute, you basically have to be able to hold the risk for the 5-minute chart, which is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 11-point risk. 11-point risk. You have to be willing to hold that. The problem is that can actually be taken out because you have first break of trend looking for a new low, or sorry, new high. So that can actually happen. And yeah, so skunking it. Wow, good skunk though. Good skunk at the end. I want to be proud of myself, but I shouldn't have entered that trade in the first place. It's just obviously for me, it just feels like first break of trend. Not really looking for a short trade yet. You need a retest of this high, in my opinion. And yeah, sketchy. It might push down now, who knows. But regardless, the setup is already shot. It's already shot. It's already messed up. You know, you already got stopped out if you did take it, and it didn't make the scalp. It made a 1-point scalp, but not a 2-point scalp. Peter Cho says, I'm gonna call it a day. Super green today. Need to protect the bamboo. Have a great. Let's go, baby. Hey, enjoy your day. Restore that mental capital. Enjoy your weekend as well. Congrats. That's exactly what I want to hear. You know, when people say, I have crazy green day, that's exactly what I want to hear. I mean, that is just is music to my ears to hear you guys say that. I know a lot of you guys probably traded, you know, longer than I have. But some of you guys actually started trading with this stream. You know, you start to watch the stream. You're like, okay, what's all this? You know, all this about the two-legged pullback price action was. Oh wow, you can make $500 a day. What, really? You know, and you kind of started off like that with the, you know, the Michael Chin spin, and now you're finding yourselves actually pulling out $500 a day. Donald Smith up $312. Is that with one account? I don't know how many accounts you have, but if you are up 312 with one account, I mean, if you have 4 accounts, then you're already up 1,200 if you copied your trades. One account, okay. This account I'm trading that you see on stream is an eval. And you can see on the top left of the screen where we are in the eval. And I'm going to trade it up to PA. And then once it gets PA, I'll start trading the PA on this account on stream. So this is like purely on stream what I'm trying to do. But on the back end, I'm trading my actual accounts as well. Sometimes I copy them, sometimes I don't. If I really like the setup, I typically copy it, but there are trades I don't copy as well. Ralph Grun says, great to see Pandas up 425. Let's go, baby. I was up 425 like within the first 10 minutes of opening. It was amazing. I love it. I love when that happens. But I'm kind of like on defensive mode now because of that. So, I don't know if I actually even saw this, the bad signal bar starting to go in and out of 20 MA. The only thing I really like about it is a failed trap setup off the, you know, key area and 20 EMA. That's like the best part about it, but the signal bar is bad. It's also choppy. Would I have taken this without hindsight bias? Would you have taken this trade if we broke above? Break a trend to new high as well here. I don't know. It's still tough. That's still tough for me. It's still very tough for me. Trap triggers on the 10,000 tick. And also the 5-minute. 5-minute trap triggers here. You can see. Doesn't quite make the second entry. Short. Traps might look for a new high now. Might look for a new high after the break of this trend. Latrell, green looks good on me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think it brings out my eyes if you really want to know. Okay. Almost want to do a second entry long. Almost, but even that, this is starting to get sketchy. You have the trading range indicator giving us a trading range with these 3 overlapping bars. Huh. It's a little sketchy. But long makes sense when you want to retest this high. You know, you have a clear direction you want to make. You can say also as well, you know, this could be a break of trend to new low. Now we're in an uptrend. You could also say we may be getting a little choppy here, but there's enough space between these bars where I feel like not necessarily choppy. Higher low. First entry though. Hmm. 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 Huh. Starting to get a little grindy feeling here. It's just a feeling at this point because of how long these candles are taking to form. It's starting to feel grindy. Right? It's just the candles are just taking longer to form now. And it's starting to, when it starts to do that, it starts to feel a little bit. You can see as down here, this is a bar timer. So it works with tick charts and it tells you how long it takes for the bar to form. You can see it's moving upwards, right? Showing us like before the average was around here. But now, right, as this is moving up, it's just whoa, yeah. So it looks it goes to zero when the new bar forms. Maybe I should make it finish on close. No, you should take on bar close. Whoops. What am I doing? So you can see these bars as this move is happening. It's going so slowly, and new highs being created here though. So it has a sense of choppiness, has a sense of grind. 20 EMA on the 5-minute finally gets touched. Huh. Go short here. It's the first touch of the 20 EMA after like 40 bars. New high created. And that's what I'm saying. On the 5-minute chart, if you took this short, you have to be willing to hold this risk of 11 points on the signal bar. And there's a high chance that it could actually hit because it would be first breaker trend on the smaller time frame to the new high. Huge green bar reversed with a huge bear bar. You can see how quick these candles are finishing. Finishing quicker, now it's going down. Right, so that sense of choppiness might be going away. New high created though. That's kind of what we're looking for. And now we look for the trap trade, pandas. Now we look for the setup that we saw here. Now we want it. This is where we want it. Right, pandas? Not here, but we want it here now after this is retested. It'd be nice if it retested off of some sort of resistance, but it's just kind of happening in midair. I mean, top of the trading range of 10,000 tick chart. Lower or, second entry short. 10,000 tick, big push down here. Bar timer telling us now the candles are finishing quicker and quicker as we are going downwards. And you can maybe even feel like, this is a way to tell maybe what direction the trend's going to go. If it's going up, but, the time is taking a long time, then you're kind of getting like this divergence where as it goes up, time is slower and slower, the candles to finish. But if it goes down, and when it goes down, the candles are formed very quickly, then maybe you can feel a sense that they're more eager bears. I don't know. I don't really use it that way, but that's just it makes sense in my mind. But for me, whatever. I just look at the charts here like this. Keep things simple as possible. Fail second entry long is what I'm looking for here. Steven Malone asks if the gap will fill today. If you don't know what he's talking about, the 5-minute chart has a gap. If you know, for me, I only trade the regular trading hours on the 5-minute chart because the price action is the price action doesn't make sense when it comes to the extended trading hours or the Globek session. Lower high setup here for the 5-minute chart. The volume's too low, so that's why I only do regular trading hours. I think Albrooks does the same as well. You want to mimic the best in the world. Lower high setup, triggering the second entry short on the 5-minute chart. Or if you want to keep the count, the third entry short. The second entry, the lower high works out here on the 2000 tick. Potential trap trade may be what we're looking for here. Kind of, right, the trap that we want to hear is going to be forming now correctly here. And this may be a nice place to take it. Interesting here. Okay, trap trade about to commence. Oh, micro double top. We needed to actually break a previous candle's high to create the second entry long so it can fail. Right now, the market is giving us a double top. We may show us, and we may not get an entry here because of the double top created. Right, market said, nope, no failed second entry long for you. You have to enter with this micro double top instead. And us, not having any FOMO whatsoever. We're going to just skip that trade. We're going to skip this move down because we have zero FOMO. We have zero greed in our hearts. We're like saints. We're like monks who live on top of a mountain. We don't need any material goods. And so we do not get phased. We do not get influenced by FOMO. We don't even know what that is. And so, therefore, I will skip this entirely until we get a setup. No too leggy for you. Look how choppy it's getting now. Do I even want to trap trade in this chop? Once it chops, you stop. Jeez. No FOMO whatsoever. I don't have FOMO. I don't think this is going to just break down tremendously. I don't think I'm going to miss it. I don't care. Do you care? I don't care. I could care less. Go ahead, go down. Go down. Break down without me. I don't care. Go, do it. Break down, please. Break down. Break down without me. Exactly what I want to see. It's getting so choppy. 4 overlapping bars in a row now. Go ahead. Break down. I have no FOMO. You can't trick me. Market, you can't do anything to me. I have zero emotions when I trade. I don't feel bad that I'm missing this move, even though I knew it was going to break down. I don't feel bad. No FOMO whatsoever. I have zero FOMO. I don't care. Do you care? I don't care. I'm not making this money here. The emotions you go through. This is so... I have pure zero emotion. Zero emotions. Fine, go without me. I don't care. It's not like I want to make money anyways. I mean, who wants to make money in the market? That's so dumb. Like, who actually wants their setups to happen when you call the actual direction? I mean, that's so stupid. It's dumb. Goodness gracious. Well, no entries whatsoever, so it is what it is. Like, look how close it got to an entry. One tick. Just needed one more tick up to create the second entry long so we can fail, enter here, and make a scalp. Doesn't give it to us. The market doesn't want to give it to us. And we say, okay, market, no means no. We walk away. Just walk away, fellas. Walk away. If the market says no, you just walk away. Walk away. Hey, 425, not bad. We got our bamboo. And we wanted some more setups, but they didn't come the way we wanted. We skunked this one, which was beautiful skunk by yours truly. I don't know why I entered the trade in the first place, but I skunked it. And, it's kind of... I'm proud of the skunk I made. And I, completely ignored the fact that that was a dumb trade to take. But, hey, at least I skunked it well. And, but Pandas, I'll review the trades I took today. So, right at market open... I mean, we just have this beautiful setup. We have a breaker trend, new high, double top of the trading range. And you got a lower high second entry short. Scalp that, no runner. And then I was ready for the trap as well. Entered in with a double position because of how beautiful the setup was. And look at the setup. What separates this setup from, all the other setups? It comes beneath the 20 EMA, right? It makes the second entry long look dumb if you were to take it. It's a bad setup for a second entry long. And that's when you want to enter. This is when you want to enter these short trades. When it looks like this, you have a strong, convincing push beneath the 20 EMA, and also have a target near the bottom of the trading range. So, fortunately, got stopped out by like 2 ticks before the runner really took off. But it is what it is. What can you do, Pandas? You gotta take what the market gives you. If the market wants to take your runner out, it takes your runner out. It's free money, so you let it happen. And this is a trap I did skip. Notice the difference between this trap with a breaker trend new high, this trap, and this trap. You see it's beneath the 20 MA, whereas here, it's basically on the 20 MA going in and out of 20 MA. This actually eventually, you also have this trend line as well, providing support. So you actually have a nice trade to the long side here. I don't know if I would have taken that live. I mean, obviously I didn't, but if I was even, the reason why I didn't take it is I didn't see it. But if I even saw it live, I don't know if I would have taken it because I didn't draw this trend line earlier, but darn, that's crazy. Yeah, crazy move up. I took this trap thinking possible this could have been breaker trend new high, but after seeing it, I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I didn't like how this ended. I just didn't like it. So I skunked it and just moved on, and now we saw a decent move down. See the trap triggers down here, which is not a good place to trigger. You want it to have triggered over here. Actually best over here, so that would have been the best if it triggered near the 20 MA, but now we're like pretty far beneath it, getting 1 2 3 4 5 6 overlapping bars in a row. It may work out, but it's not necessarily a good setup. But Pandas, that being said, hopefully remember, Pandas, half day on Monday, so I won't be streaming. I'll be back streaming on Tuesday, so subscribe, hit that like button, scalp that like button. Put that bell notification on, whatever, do whatever you want. But Pandas, just know just to remind yourselves, I won't be trading Monday. It's a half day. It's gonna close at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and so just know the volume is gonna be just abysmal. It's gonna be abysmal. And if you like to stare at paint dry, or if you want to tear your eyes out, if that's what you like, then go ahead, trade on Monday. I'm not saying that it would be impossible for there to be good price action, but in fact, Pandas, next level 200 IQ play here. If you know it's going to be choppy, trade the trading range. Trade the trading range. Right? Sell high, buy low, sell high. All right, Pandas. That being said, I'll see you guys on Tuesday, 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream. I hope everyone really has an amazing weekend and enjoy that time off to get that mental capacity back, the mental capital back, and we're gonna have to start a fresh new week. If you had a bad week this week, just next week start fresh, start anew, and hopefully I'll see you guys there. Thanks for being part of this journey. I'll see you guys then, and have an amazing weekend. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.